to This Old Dollhouse. Let's get started. Oh gosh, I almost fell. Which I think will be fine. These bits are pretty sharp. Don't try this at home. Okay, so I went to the store, bought some stuff, because today on This Old Dollhouse, we are working on can lights. Yay! So, a little haul. I went to Lowe's, got these finish washers. Can you see it? Great. And they look like can light containers, so we'll see. White spray paint, so I can spray paint that. And then I just got, you know, some more sandpaper and a Gatorade. And then I have to get like cat food and stuff, but anyway. So yeah, let's get to the dollhouse. Okay, so what I need to get done is I need this guy to inset into the roof. So it means I have to drill bigger holes in the ceiling. So I think I'm probably gonna need a 1/4 inch. So normally you could like inset it like that way, but these lights come in 2 different styles. So one is a side fire and one is a top fire. And I can't remember how they classify them, but basically one of them, see the light here is just flush with the board coming out. So there's another style where the light comes out perpendicular to the board. So I think these are top fire. I could be wrong. So because these are top fire, I have to situate them a long way into the ceiling. So the hole's gonna be bigger than what it probably should be. I probably could have gotten away with like a 3/8. I mean, not a 3/8. Let's see. Probably like a 3/16 if I had the other style, but I don't. So yes, I'm gonna have to go with 1/4 inch, which I have out already, and my drill doesn't fit, so I'm gonna have to do this by hand. So fun. Okay, so before I start even hooking this wire up, I have to set in anchor points for the wiring. So these brads connect this wire to the copper strip. So I'm just gonna open these up. And I use really small, like computer needle nose pliers because they just work better. And so my lighting kit came with one of these. So instead of the drill end, I'm gonna get just the point end. So let me take that out, then get the point end. Yeah, so I'm just gonna put this point end on here and then do a little pilot hole. So I kind of want them to be just like right here. So some people do 2 brads. I just do 1. I think 2 is kind of overkill. So I'm just gonna do a pilot. I don't know if you can see that tiny, tiny hole. And I do like to offset them just slightly because you don't want the wires to cross, because if they cross, they'll short out and the lights won't turn on. So once I've done that, I'm gonna grab one brad with my tiny pliers, and then I'm just gonna set it in there. And that's it. I'll give it a little hammer just to start it. I don't want to hammer it all the way in because then I can't wrap the wire around the brad, so we don't want that. So let me just grab another one, put it in that hole. Now I'm going to trim these wires so that they line up, you know, with that. So I'll probably trim them here. And so now I want to expose the wire that is underneath this white. So the easiest way to do it is just use your fingernails. If you try to use snips, you're gonna probably snip the wire. So wires that are inside are just 3 tiny strands. You know, a regular size plier to try to cut through just the plastic, you're probably gonna cut the wires as well. So I just use my fingernails, just my thumb. I can't really do it with my left hand. So I'm basically just gonna squeeze the wire right on my nail right here until I cut through to the copper wire. So I'm trying to show you. So I'm just gonna go around, almost like scoring the wire until I start to see the copper. So it's like a little score and then just a slight pull. So if you're too aggressive at this point, you're going to snap the wires even with your fingernails. So just try to be gentle yet slightly aggressive. So there, I've kind of broken through. And I pulled up just slightly. Yeah, okay. So once you do that, start from the bottom and just pull. So there you go. That's how you expose the wire. So this one, I'm gonna have just go over here first. It doesn't matter what strip the wire goes to or what brad the wire goes to, just as long as the wires don't cross. That's all that really matters. Okay, so I've got one. So I would not hammer this down all the way until I've tested the lighting to make sure it works. So before we do that, I'm just gonna do the same thing to this other wire. I am going to test out the lights. Oh, and this light is not working. Okay, so the lights work now. So I'm just gonna trim this up. Just make them a little bit shorter. And then I like to cover them in electrical tape. That way they are insulated. But instead of just putting like one piece of tape over both of them, I like to insulate them individually. So I'm just gonna take a small piece of electrical tape and then put the tape, actually before I do that, I'm gonna hammer it down. Okay, I'll test again. Yep, still works. Okay, so now I will cover them in electrical tape individually. So that way I know the wires will never cross, because if the wires cross, it shorts and then the light doesn't work. And all of your work is for nothing. Okay, so that's it. That's how you hook up wiring. So I'm gonna do the other ones. So I was so excited to get those can lights done that I forgot to mention what I was doing in the next clip. So I installed them by gluing them on top of the lights, and then I spackled all of the gaps. So. Thanks for watching the very first episode of This Old Dollhouse. It's been a long time in the making, so I'm very excited. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.